Do you do a lot of like Japanese events at all in like terms of promotions? Because I know you go to like a lot of American conventions. You were at AX last year, right? Yeah. Do you do the same kind of like promotion on the Japanese side of things as well?
Yes, I'm responsible for all that.
Okay.
For Orange side.
Okay.
So we work with the production committee side to get that done.
I've always wondered when anime studios go to like an anime convention, is it purely just for promotion? Like what do they normally kind of like? What is the point
Strip
of it?
clubs.
And strip clubs. And strip clubs.
Research, actually. Thank you very much.
Is it like, because I'm always curious, 'cause if you're a voice actor, so you go to it, you know, you can sign something, you get to make some money. But like, I assume for studios, there's got to be something else, because like, you know, conventions aren't that profitable, I imagine.
So for my objective is actually inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Because so for meeting their fans, there's I mean, Japan, there's not too many events that you can meet your fans.
That's true.
Right.
So I mean, if you're a director, you might meet it. If you're a character designer, you might meet it. But if you're an animator, you might not meet your fans.
Right.
So I want people to more meet their fans, and who are they? So where do they come from? Where are they going? Is the question I always ask too.
Yeah.
So are you from this area? Are you from other area? Did you travel to here?
Right.
Or those kind of things really matter to inspire. Then also the culture. So by going to that location, I mean, feel that culture.
Yeah.
I mean, that really matters. Anime is a global medium. So it really matters that you get inspired by so many things.
Do you feel like there's been more of spotlight put on like the international audience in the time you've been working in the anime industry?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, the business has heavily skewed to the international
Really?
audience.
Oh.
So I wish more companies will focus a lot more on the global strategy.
Do you feel like that's only going to grow? Like the focus on the international side?
I feel like it has to.
Well, because I remember you did an interview at Cloverworks?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, I don't even know we had an international audience.
I think he was also joking.
Yeah.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was like, I don't know.
Yeah. In a rare display of Japanese facetiousness, he was actually just being facetious.
I've never heard a Japanese man be sarcastic.
Yeah. It was funny because
got killed though.
yeah. No, it was funny you say that because so many people in the comments of that video said the same thing.
Yeah, I
they
was
were
like, what the fuck?
They thought he was being 100% serious, but no, he was just joking. Yeah, like I think they're fully aware that yes, a big majority of their like audience is international, and like you know they're not going to necessarily like pertain to that audience 100%, obviously, right? Because you know domestic is first priority. But like I think at this point with how much anime has grown, I think it's pretty hard to avoid.
Well, yeah, there's always that conversation that goes on online about how people are like, no, they only make anime for Japan. They don't care about other countries and when they're making it. But I suppose if it's heavily skewed for a international market, then I mean that argument doesn't really hold any water.
Yeah, I think there's still like I don't know. You can confirm on this, but like I guess like they do care about the international audience, but I guess it's not like first priority for a lot of studios, right?
I mean, I think it's more that a lot of the workforce won't understand.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, they could say they understand. They could look at marketing data and say, "Oh, we understand it," but they don't understand because they're never from there.
Right.
It's me in America.
I spent decades on both sides. So I couldn't get the feel, but everyone just maybe have a tour to America for California, LA.
Yeah.
But
so I guess that's like a reason why you send these like staff to like LA and
be more experienced, more inspired.
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to get away from it. I feel like I'm in America all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I need to stop listening to America. But I guess, from a Japanese perspective, right, you wouldn't inherently get a lot of experience with foreign countries. And I suppose getting more in tune with the global world is, I mean, it's
extremely fresh.
So
Right?
traveling
some people might not even travel on our team. So they
a
could
lot
just
of people in Japan
work
don't have
from home, work
passports.
from home,
Are they always like, are the Japanese staff members always shocked or surprised when they see like the international fan reaction when they go to a convention like Anime Expo, or you just went to SakuraCon as well, right?
So we just started sending people to, because of COVID we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I joined 5 years ago, so that's the goal I want to do. But now that we have Trigun Stampede, we're doing the tour. So I mean, director and my partner and producer was able to experience. So next month I'm taking my animators to another con.
Right.
So I want to keep on doing this to make sure that our team are more rich in experience.
Okay. Yeah.
That's such a cool way of looking at it.
Yeah, very cool.
Other than just get back to animating. What are you doing?
I mean,
You don't get to see sunlight.
It's like, all right, we've taken you to the strip club, back to animating. Come on.
Are you telling me the secret to Studio Orange?
if that's what they want, I might consider it. I'm not comfortable going there.
I just imagine a team of Japanese animators in like the dingiest, grossest strip club in like Ohio.
Okay, so in Vancouver, my director wanted to go to this street that's very looks. I'm like, I can't not walk in that street. I look like a tourist. I have my jacket by my side, backpack. I'm like, both my hands are tied up. I can't walk in that street. So I'm like, okay, give me a moment. I put my backpack on, zip it all up, and like put my pants. I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Hands ready. I'm ready.
So you're saying the secret to Studio Orange is your staff members touch grass. That is holy shit. Going outside is the secret this entire time.
God damn. Basement dwellers who are like hoping to join the anime community are like, no, not like this. This is not what I wanted.
I have to have a holistic world. No, this is not what I wanted.
I have to travel.
Where'd you take your staff members if you want to show them your like American international culture?
That's
Where'd you take them? Where'd you take them?
I mean, every city is different. So I mean, I would love to take every single city.
What's your favorite city?
My favorite city? Well, I mean, I grew up in LA, so I was saying LA, but until I went to Seattle.
Oh, Seattle's sick.
I was so amazed at Seattle.
Do you want them to have like a quintessential American experience? You're like, let's go to the gun range. Let's go to Denny's, a real Denny's. Let's go to IHOP. Let's just go full American.
Yeah. I mean, if that is the culture shock experience for them, they should do that.
You just like see the calories. None here.
I mean, if it creates culture shock, they should go to Yoshinoya in America.
It's
totally different.
That's so bad.
Only time I say no is if they want to say I want to eat McDonald's. I'm like McDonald's.
We do not go to
McDonald's. Is not that much of a culture shock. So go somewhere else.
It was a culture shock to my system. I think my body fought back when I had the McDonald's in America. I was like, this can't be it. Wow. How?
I just love to imagine Japanese people going to McDonald's in the US being like, wait, it's gross?
Actually, you know what the biggest culture shock in terms of like when I came to Japan was that the KFC didn't have gravy. I was like, that just doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
That feels like a fundamental mess up on the
And the cold slaw is not sweet.
Yeah. It's like lettuce and carrots. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? KFC in Japan doesn't have gravy. I feel like that's everything. That's like McDonald's not having buns. You know what I mean? It's like this is the core. Sorry, I'm ignore me.
Makes sense.
No. I agree. I agree with
It's
everything
wrong.
you say.
It's
I
wrong.
agree. I agree. Which is rare for me in Kuwait. It's very rare. What is some of like the biggest culture shocks that your staff members have gone through?
I mean, going to that shady place was one thing last weekend.
That was last weekend.
I mean,
They just come back scarred.
I think one thing that a lot of Japanese people I spoke to when they've been to California is like the homelessness. They're always like, "Oh my god, like this is insane."
The Vancouver's part was really more than that.
Vancouver's pretty bad
I'm like,
too.
hey, there was a guy with butt naked right there.
Wait, where were you?
I mean, yesterday he was butt naked too.
Oh god, no! I think when I was there, it was too cold to do that. Yeah, extremities would have been frozen off if he did that.
I recognize those cheeks. It's the same guy.
It's the same butt naked guy every day. So when you since you're from LA, where do you normally take people to show them LA?
Oh,
Skid Row.
No, in and out. In and
anymore.
out. It's got to be right.
I mean, when I used to staff at M Expo, our radio turned on once, and like the one volunteer was Japanese. He wasn't from local.
Right.
He's like, I'm in a place called what do you call it? Compton.
No, that's.
I'm like,
But that's in New York, right?
No, Compton is in California.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, really? Why do I think it's in New York?
Compton, I mean, back then, I don't know how it is right now because I haven't been there. But don't stop that stoplight. It was the thing.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a Japanese guy in Compton? Oh my god!
It's like, you shouldn't be here.
You in the wrong neighborhood.
Wrong neighborhood.
Oh my god!
A long way from
I
Tokyo.
can't believe
It's
that.
unfortunate that I think now in LA, like Skid Row is right next to Tokyo, Little Tokyo, and so
Yeah.
it's like a lot of the time during the convention, people end up around that part. It's like, no, don't go there.
Yeah.
Make sure to get the Uber right away, and don't walk around too much.
And it's next to the art district as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
sandwich
very sketchy,
between.
very sketchy area.
I mean, Naito loves American toys, so we went to Frankensons. There's a place called Frankensons where all these toy sellers gather in a storage unit.
Right.
And there's
Oh.
like a small con right there.
Like
So-
a flea market type
Yeah,
of thing?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to see Storage Wars Japan version now. Now that's on my mind. I just thought about that.
I mean, that won't happen because no one owns a storage unit
No,
here.
they do.
yeah.
There's loads of storage units in Japan, but I don't think they auction them off there when they.
Nah,
when
nah.
they-
No,
They
people
just-
just
they-
people just
they
keep
just-
them, man.
Yeah, or they just demolish everything when they don't pay the bills or something.
Yes.
I don't know.
Repo Man comes in, takes everything. Probably. Yeah.
So what's like the final goal of CD Orange? What is like? What are you guys working towards in terms of
I mean,
your studio?
world domination.
Oh hell yeah, man! That's
go.
what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
You mentioned how a lot of the animators, initially wanted to get into gaming. Is there ever a potential we see Studio Orange game or something along those lines?
I mean, for Trigun, I definitely want to do some kind of game, and
Yeah.
we're talking
that
to a
would
couple
be
companies.
sick.
That
So
would be so
we'll see
sick.
what comes through.
That'd be so sick.
What about video game adaptations?
That's definitely something. I mean, one of the projects that we always talk about too.
Oh hell
So-
yeah!
Is there like one video game you really want to see being turned into an anime, regardless of if it's like done by Orange or not?
Yeah,
That you think would be like,
unless you're working on it now.
unless you're working on it now, it could be like a personal pick as well. But
It's been so long since I played a lot of video games.
I always say I want Doom to be turned into an anime somehow.
No, I don't want to work on Doom.
Yeah, because you know that
Doom is great as it is.
But I want it to be crazy, God and bloods every. I don't know.
I think
That-
like
that'd be
I think like a Dark Souls could work. I mean, it's already inspired from the likes of Berserk anyway, right? So
Yeah.
it already has that kind of it passes the vibe check of potential anime.
Yeah,
I mean, when I always think about adapting anime, what kind of new values can I bring to
Right.
that community?
right.
So like my recent game, I was really gone into Elden Ring.
Oh,
I spent 300 hours in that world, just mesmerized by every single detail. I'm jumping against the walls.
these guys still haven't played it yet. Can you believe
You
that?
should. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I know.
I
You're
know
you're,
it's-
only, you're
I know-
only the 5,000th person who's told us that.
Everyone, Elden Ring is amazing. It's such a good
I'm
experience.
just not prepared to give up 2 weeks of my life.
It's not
Yeah.
2 weeks. It's 1 month. It's 1 month. It's 300 hours here. That's on the low end
Oh,
of Elden Ring.
you streamed it, okay?
Yeah,
you know, you got your mileage out of that.
fine.
I'm probably not going to stream it, so
No.
I'm like, it's a month
Listen,
out
no
of my
other
life.
game has allowed you to have the experience of like hearing operatic music with a giant sword slamming down on some monster and seeing it buckle. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Everything's so cool.
Do you think Guilty Gear would be a good anime, even though that's already kind of like anime-esque?
I mean, they make their own anime too, so
Basically,
Yeah.
I mean, those are things I never imagined really.
Right.
Adapting.
So you think that because it's so close to anime already, that there's no, let's say, value in getting like an anime adaptation?
No. I mean, it's more my own imagination. So
Yeah,
if I can imagine, there's a new value to that. So I
Right.
just don't have that piece to consider. So if their team is like, oh, this will be amazing combination,
Yeah.
then I'm like, I mean, like I could be amazed by that. So
Yeah, I'm curious. Did you watch Arcane?
yes,
What did you think of that as an industry, an industry veteran that works in 3D animation? Because watching Arcane,
good.
that blew my mind away in terms of what they were doing with their animation.
yeah.
Like, do you think Studio Orange is or could get to that level?
So I as of the creativeness of our CEO,
Right,
we can, I believe,
right.
but we are not ready to. That could be money or system or the amount of people we have.
Yeah.
We are not ready. But one day I'm going to get to that magnitude.
Oh,
Is definitely
Hell yeah.
something I swore when I saw Arcane because it's such amazing.
It's so good. man. Such a catchy song too. It's in my head all the time. Get out.
And season 2 I think got announced recently.
Yeah,
and
season
I'm
2
like,
got announced.
so excited.
oh.
In terms of like animation outside of like Japanese anime, is there any other shows or movies like Arcane that you guys get inspired by? Because I'm curious, because aside from Arcane, there was like Into the Spider-Verse recently, which was very, very impressive.
And then there's the upcoming Scott Pilgrim anime, right?
Yeah, and Puss in Boots 2, which I've heard
was so good.
Which I've heard was incredible. Do you guys ever draw reference from like American animation at all?
As a studio level, we not really. Individual level, definitely everyone's watching so many things.
Right.
Like for example, our CEO wants to, if even possible, he wants to do Tom and Jerry one day. So that's something completely different style from what we do right now.
Right.
But we see that if he's to do it, we are able to do something amazing.
Right. Because I think like one thing is like technology is always evolving as we've as we've already discussed, and I was wondering how much you guys put focus in just the general technology of like what other studios are using and doing in terms of just the animation process in general, or is it all kind of like in-house kind of thing?
I mean, a lot of the technology we develop is in-house. Whenever the technology is available on the market, we try to test it and see how we can implement as our own.
Right.
But in the sense, a lot of the advancement is done outside of Japan, so that's why we refer a lot to the other studios outside of Japan.
Right. Okay. Do you guys ever think you're gonna do a mecha? I want to see Studio Orange tackle.
I mean, we came from a mecha, and our animators love mecha, so. Right. Look forward to it.
Is there a single animator that doesn't like mecha? Yeah. I feel like that's the baseline criteria to be an animator. It's like, do you like giant robots fighting? You can be an animator.
Yeah, because you guys haven't. Sorry, go ahead.
We haven't had. I mean, Gundam's going on right now, but other mechas been absent for a while. So it's amazing to have a.
I mean, I feel like Gundam has always been like the strong IP that will go through the end of anime.
Yeah, it's kind of like the evergreen mecha, right?
Yeah,
where it's just like no matter what period, there's always going to be a fan base for it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I would love to see Studio Orange tackle a mecha. Hopefully in the future.